Okay, so we got the track bar into position, I should say, and I need to maybe go a couple degrees more, maybe 20 degrees. You can see here, I know why they didn't use the last hoop, the last bolt, is because it was too close to the diff and they didn't know what to do, so they put it up here. But this one, they should have actually moved this a little bit further this
outward,
way. Yeah, so you're not hitting the differential. So I'm gonna put a jog in it, so I'm gonna bend it out and then bend it back in. That's the next challenge. But when you're dealing with these tight quarters, it's hard to make those bends in tight spaces and have it still clear. So I'm gonna bend this to 20, and then I'll put a jog in this, kick it out, and then bring it back in and see. All right, so we're gonna do 20 degrees. So we're gonna put a kicker in it, and we're gonna go to 15 degrees. See what that yields us. It's always better to creep up on it, because if you bend too much, you can't unbend it. You're done. You gotta start all over.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark where I am, just in case I have to bend it more. I'll know where to start. Tight. We're in a tight space and we're kind of limited, so we just have to compromise on the angles that we want. So I think we should leave it like that.
So what happens if the bar goes like too low, and then it has to come back up? Or let's say, what if it was this way?
It's based on an average. So the amount of material that you have at an angle will determine how much side-to-side movement you have. Because if you had a squiggly line, let's say it went like this, up and down, 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 but on average it was straight, it wouldn't matter. What matters is the distance from the end point to the beginning point, and what is the delta of elevation, right? What's the elevation change?
Yeah.
Right, and that's what is going to make the difference. So then we gotta bend it back out the other way. This should clear the diff like that.
So then you have to bend it
The opposite. 15 the other way, yeah. And that'll equal it out. All right, another 15. Go ahead and put the bolt in.
So this
Oh
load.
shit. Okay, so it looks like I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. So the reason why they didn't use this bolt here was because the track bar was going to contact the differential, right? So instead, they drilled these bolt holes up here, and did a horrible job at it because they're not straight; they're crooked.
Instead of the bolt going in straight, it's like this.
Yeah, so it's all super crooked,
not straight, it's
right?
like-
So that's why these holes are drilled. It's because they didn't have the right tools to make a
this one.
custom track bar like we are. Like butter. I like it. There's plenty of room. Sweet. All right, moment of truth. See how well this mocks up. All right, there you go. Might have to adjust the Heimlich just a little bit. Yep, perfect. That, my friends, is how you make a custom track bar. So you can see. That's the full side view. There you go. Cool. All right, well, pull it out. We'll paint it, and then we'll check that task off the list, and then I will weld the sway bar. You said you're preheating it?
Yeah.
I don't want it to cool too quickly once we lay a bead. If you isolate the carbon outside the grain boundaries, it makes it really brittle. It makes it hard, but it makes it brittle. So, and there's a balance between it being brittle and it being hard and resilient. So, if you cool it too quickly, then it's really hard, but it's not really ductile enough to where you reduce its toughness. So you don't want to do it too quickly. So what we're doing, we're only affecting it up to right about here. Yeah. So the worst case scenario is this is not as heat treated as this, So you might get some flexure in this area, but it won't break. It'll just bend. But we're not putting enough load to even do that. Even if it was mild steel, it wouldn't bend. So
Okay.
But where this actually, the working area is actually in this bar, from here to that side. So if you were to weld it here, and all that, it would bend. So it wouldn't be able to do its job.
We got the sway bar in and the track bar. We got it all painted so it doesn't look crappy. And then he goes to turn the steering wheel and
To show off our new sway bar and our new track bar, and we discovered another problem. And Andrew will demonstrate for you.
yeah, so he's gonna look at this. He's gonna turn the wheel. See that? That's not ideal. And then up here, you can see that. And this one. Oh yeah. All of them are just. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. So. It's good. But yeah, we have that problem.
Huh?
Yes, so we have that problem.
But we solved the problems that we wanted to solve today.
Yeah. So we got the track bar in, we got the sway bar and linked in. Sway bar, whatever.
So what we're going to do is we're going to lengthen the pin to bring it so this is in line with the top, so it's not such an angle. Then this will be done. But that's just one last thing to finish, adjust.
Other than that,
I think other than that, it's pretty good. The truck feels a lot more stable just by rocking it back and forth.
yeah.
So we'll have to do the same thing we did with the bottom, with the track bar, with the steering bar, because this is too much. This is the same thing, it suffers from the same affliction. The angle is too great. So when its suspension cycles, you get a bump steer. So we'll have to do that as well. It's okay.
So
It's right here. Solve problems, right?
So this arm has to come down.
Yeah. So we'll have to do the same thing. Is bring it down, and then ideally you want this to be in line with the ground. I mean, you can't get it. Yeah.
That's harder.
It is
obviously.
harder. Yeah. But we'll have to solve that problem because it needs to be solved. We can't have the steering clunking. Going down the road.
Yeah.
That's part of the issue. What he was saying, that there's weird noises and sounds and pops and rattles and you name it. So we're gonna solve all those problems. We're just gonna we made a list and we're just gonna check them off as we go. So the next thing we'll do is we'll extend the pins for the sway bar disconnects, and then we'll make a new steering. It's not a drag link. I think it's a drag link. Sure, I forget. But anyways, little things.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the grounds?
I don't think so.
So we replaced all the grounds in the truck with these here. What are those?
Oh, they're in the box.
This box.
Yeah, the painless kit.
So we put all these on, basically replaced all the crusty, corroded wires for the grounds, and then so we did that, and then I messed with the tune, and it turns out the file for the ECU was corrupted, so it doesn't allow me to download it. It won't let me. It gives me an error message every time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe the ECU, and then start over with a new tune. We'll probably take one of the tunes off, the Mustang or the Suburban or even the Impala. Those are good tunes, so we'll download those. New GFC file.
Yeah, just to start out. And then
Yeah,
we'll
just
fine-tune
wipe it and just start from scratch. So get rid of all the bugs.
And then you can tune it from there.
Yep.
Fine tune it.
Yep. So we've got quite a bit accomplished so far. We've discovered some new problems and
Take care of old ones.
took care of some old ones. So we'll just continue forward and until we get them all done. All right. Till next time.